Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in day 5 of the 5-star Rush Attack Raid Tournament with all colors. I am 17-3 on the week, so I've got the 3 losses. We cannot afford to have another loss. I do not want to spend gems to continue. So I am not going to feature a specific hero in all 5 battles today. We're just going to go with the best team against whatever tank and the rest of the team that we're going up against. But before we get started, I want to say happy birthday to Dudius Maximus, and Dudius has asked me to share their forum post with you all. This is a fun little thing that they are doing to give out 45 unique codes to 45 people, and this is that forum post, which I'll display the link to it in a moment, but you can certainly search for it on the forum. It is titled Dudius Maximus 45 Redeem Code Bonanza. I am not going to read it word for word, but what Dudius is asking you all to do is to like the post and then share what your favorite food to eat, cook, or takeaway is. This can be either your go-to meal to eat, or if you had a last meal, what would it be? So please go to this forum post, drop a like on it, which I will do right now. I'll share my favorite food later, which is going to be shrimp scampi, actually. That is definitely one of my favorite dishes and something that I could eat every single day. But do this so that you can get the opportunity to get one of the unique codes. They are limited, so it's not going to be for everybody, but it's DM's birthday. Show some love. And then somewhere in your reply, mention the words Ultra Combo. Dudius asked me to mention this in my video and put that in there as well. So drop a like, mention what your favorite food is and the recipe if you want to include that, and then mention Ultra Combo in your message as well. All right, without further ado, let's get into my hopefully five raid flags. Today's first battle is going to go up against a mostly glass team. They've got Glass Azlar at the tank, Glass Vivica, Glass Sartana, Glass Domitia, and then also Domiventus. I'm going to bring a couple Wither heroes with Ceres and Vard. I've got Grimsteel as my healer, and also for some growth, I've also got Richard in here as a hard attacker, and then also Isidore as another attacker, although I may want to bring in a second healer, actually. I think I might bring in... Let's move over. Let's take out Isidore. Yeah, I want to take out Isidore, especially with Richard doing extra damage to red. And let's bring in another healer. I think I might bring in Astrid as a reviver in case if things go awry at the beginning. Let's do this. Or do I want to bring in Sable? Yeah, let's bring in Sable so we have that guaranteed revive if somebody happens to die at the beginning. All right. Extra blue can't hurt either. Let's just switch this troop over here real quick. All right, let's go into battle with this. Lots of reds. Of course, I just took out a red with Isidore. And we're going to have a red diamond right off the rip. Before I match that, though, I'm going to match the 3 reds on the left because I need 6 reds to get Ceres. And I don't want to have to hit the red diamond to get that 6th one. All right, let's use Ceres now. I think it's only going to hit Azlar, Vivica. It might hit Sartana on the left. And it did hit them plus Domiventus. Okay, cool. Now... hitting the red diamond doesn't do me much good because of the fact that Ceres is silenced right now because of the reflect. Let's match the 3 yellows on the left to set off that cascade of purples. Nice cascade with the purple diamond. I am going to match the 4 blues up against Azlar, or 3 of them up against Azlar. And then I'm going to match the 3 blues all the way on the left, which will give me Grimsteel and Sable. Alright, let's heal with Grimsteel, and then I'm going to use Sable. Let's use the major part of Richard on Domitia. I think the minor part should kill Azlar since he does extra damage to red. Let's take a look here. Perfect. That worked out great. Now, Let's match the 3 purples on the left. That'll give me Vard. I don't need to hit the purple diamond, but we can next turn. Let's use Vard now. And then I'm going to hit the purple diamond so that we get Vard back. Nice with the no cascade. Let's see what kind of damage this does to everybody. Nice. Dummy Ventus is dead. Let's see if we can kill Vivica with these blue tiles. Not quite. I am going to hit the blue dragon over here. Let's use Grimsteel, and then the main part of Richard on Vivica goes through 3 reds. That will give me Ceres, and this battle should be over. Awesome. We are 1 for 1 so far. Next up, we are going to go up against a Bernadette tank team. So we definitely need to switch up this team quite a bit here. I'm going to go Rainbow, which has been working for me this week with 5 different colors of counters for Bernadette. So we're going to obviously have in Bernadette herself. And then I want to bring in Medea. And we're definitely going to bring in Sludgus as our healer. Where are you, Sludgus? And then Lord Loki and Starlass. Bring in Starlass and Lord Loki. And just want to make sure I've got the defensive troop on Sludgus. Attacking troop on Medea. Everything else looks good, I think. And they don't have a Beowulf family member at one of the flanks, so the Shifting Miles attack won't have an issue with that, although Sable is a cleanser when she comes out of the ghost form, but hopefully we can get Lord Loki or Bernadette activated before Sable. All right, let's see how the second flag goes. I think purples is probably the best option to start. Let's start off with the 3 up against Sable. Nice cascade of reds and some blues. I'm going to match the 3 purples up against Bernadette. Normally I would like to match that yellow diamond, but I do not want to set any more tiles up against Bernadette than needed. No cascade, please. Thank you. The auto taunt is still for 1 more turn. Alright. I think if I match the 3 yellows all the way on the right, we should be okay. So long as I don't get like 2 greens out of the 2 ones on the left. Perfect. Alright, auto taunt is gone. Let's use the Shifting Miles attack on Bernadette. And then I'm going to match the 3 yellows up against Bernadette, which is going to set off a red diamond, or match a red diamond, plus I got some blues. Awesome. I'm going to wait for Sable to come out of the ghost form, I think, or I might use actually one of the Lord Loki or Bernadette right now. Let's use Bernadette, since I've got that red diamond. And if I can get a couple more red tiles, then I can get her activated right away. But I want Lee Q to go into that painting form. So let's use Bernadette right now. I'm going to hold off on using Sludges since I don't need to use them right now. Let's match these 3 greens up against Bernie. Nice cascade with the reds. I'm going to use Starlass on the 3 on the left. Let's match the 4 purples up the middle. Bernie's dead, so I can't copy her special. Let's hit the red diamond, I think, but first I'm gonna copy Lee Q special, and then I'm gonna hit the red diamond. Let's use Bernie now. Hoping Sable turns into the ghost. Perfect. And then let's throw some tiles up against Sable. That'll give me Bernie also. Or Medea, rather. I am just gonna hit Sable with Bernie. Let's match these 3 green tiles over here to give me Starlass. Bridemar's dead. I'm going to use Starlass on the left side over here. And then ghost these 3 green tiles to get Starlass back. Let's match some tiles up against Astra to force them to get their special. Let's heal with Sludges. Astrid is dead. Perfect. Let's use Starlass over here and ghost these 3 red tiles to get Bernie, and this battle should be over in a moment. Very happy with how that battle went. I don't often go rainbow, but it has definitely been working against Bernie tanks with this team. Next up, we are going to have an Ixen tank team. This one's interesting. They've also got Lysanor as a reviver and healer, Gurian, Dunnerheart, and Bramble. So I'm definitely going to want to bring in a Garrison Guard for the removing of Wither effects from Ixen, rather. So let's switch up this team a little bit here. I may bring in... Actually, do they have any Garrison Guards? I think I'm going to bring in some Wither heroes myself. So let's bring back in Vard and Ceres. Vard, Ceres. I'm going to bring in Grimsteel. And then let's bring in maybe Rosalind for my Garrison Guard. I've got Rosalind, Shimmer Scale, who's a little bit weaker, and then I've got Kolya, and then I think that might be it. So let's bring in Rosalind. And then for my last hero, I might bring in Richard. Since he does extra damage to red, they've got Dunnerheart over there. I do want to get rid of Lysanor, the Reviver, first. You know what? Let's bring in Bernadette, actually, for the paintings. Alright. Let's just switch this troop over here real quick, and this one right here, and we should be good to go. Alright. Let's see how this 3rd flag here goes. I'm going to start off with the 3 yellows up against Gurian. Maybe I can get a purple in there somewhere? Nope. Alright, let's match the 3 yellows over here on the right, then I can match the blues and reds next turn. I'm going to wait to use Rosalind. Nice cascade with that red underneath so that I can get my reds activated. Let's use Rosalind to heal and Grimsteel and match the reds over here so I can get Ceres and Bernie. And everybody's got over 50% mana, it looks like. So Ceres will work like a charm here. Everybody's silenced, and everybody's going to get turned into a painting, except maybe Lysanor because of the monk class. Nope, everybody did. Cool. All right, this battle is going to go very smooth now. Let's hit the dragon over here. Gonna match these 3 purples up the middle. That should kill Ixen. Not quite, but the blue cascade, nope. All right, Vard will definitely kill Ixen. And then let's match the 3 purples up against Dunnerheart. He's dead. Let's ghost these 3 reds to get Ceres and Bernie back. And Ceres is just going to repeat what he just did last time. And this battle should be over right now between Ceres and Bernie. Not quite because of that Mega Minion. That's fine. I'm going to match these 3 blues here. Got Grimsteel again. And Lysanor is dead as well. Okay, cool. All right, 3 for 3. Next up, we are going to go up against a Glass Domitia tank team. They've also got Sludgus. They've got Glass Kagan. They've got Albin. That's an interesting one. And then also Hrothgar. I think I'm going to keep the same team here, except maybe Bernie, since they've got the glass costumes and the dancing from Sludgus. I do want to bring in a Bard, so that the dancing is only for 1 turn. So let's bring in Astrid. Where are you, Astrid? Did I go by you? There you are. Let's bring in Astrid. I'm going to keep in Grimsteel, Vard, and Ceres. I might take out Bernie, since they've got a couple glass costumes. I don't want that painting reflected. Actually, you know what? I'm okay with turning everybody else into paintings, especially with the dancing only being for 1 turn. Let's start off with the 3 blues in the bottom. I don't want to match the blues and greens up top, because it's going to separate the blues over there. Let's match the 3 reds first for the same reason. And we're actually going to get 3 other reds. Perfect. So I can get Ceres and Bernie. Domitia's going to go off, but that's okay. I'm going to wait 1 turn to use Ceres. I can use Bernie right now, though. Let's use her. Or actually, I might wait 1 turn for that, too. Now, in case there's a purple on the bottom, and if we can get Kagan to turn into a painting, that'd be cool. One of them is bound to reflect it back, though, yeah. Both of them. Cool. All right, let's hold off on Ceres, though, since not everybody's mana is over 50%. And now we can use it, though. Let's use Grimsteel first, and then Ceres. And then I'm going to hit this blue dragon, which is going to set a couple cascades off with the greens and purples. Let's match the 3 purples over here so I can get Vard. Let's use Vard. And then I'm going to match the 3 purples over here. Nice cascade of reds. Let's match the 3 yellows so I can match the reds next turn. And we've got Astrid right now. Let's heal and get that potential for damage to 1. Not ideal with everybody else's specials going off, though. I know we can kill Albion with the 2 reds. Let's do that. And mana's going to get reduced for Bernadette, but not for Ceres, because I've got 2 of them and they resist it. I'm going to hold off on using Ceres for a turn with the dancing, which will go away in 1 turn, and it worked like a charm. Let's use Vard. I'm going to hold off a turn on using Ceres to get everybody else's mana a little bit higher. Oh, don't set off Hrothgar again. No, stop, thank you. Alright, now we have to use Ceres. Let's use Ceres first, and then Bernie. Alright, 2 enemies left. Let's match the 3 blues here to get Grimsteel and to heal. And this battle is over. Alright. We are now, what is it, 4 for 4? All right, 1 flag left. We're going to go up against a Limeboyer tank team. So I'm going to go back to that rainbow team that I had so that I can potentially not have her go off. Let's use Bernie, and then Medea, and then Sludgus. Does Lord Loki actually help me out in this? I don't think he really does. No. Let's bring in Ceres instead. And Starlass as the other one. Starlass, where are you? There you are. Okay, cool. All right. Last flag. And we should finish top 1% no matter what now that we've won those first 4 battles. But I would like to finish strong here. And we've got a shit board. Cool. This is actually really bad. Let's match the 3 greens over here on the right. And then match the 3 yellows, and then I can match 3 greens next turn. Cool. And we'll be able to get Starlass off before. Oh no, not with that Cascade though. Damn it. Alright, deep sleep time it is. Alright. I am without a lot of options, unfortunately. Let's match the reds and blue. Actually, you know what? I only want to match the reds. I really need this deep sleep to be over, but I also don't want to get silenced. This match is not going well. Medea is dead. Kill Lime Boyer, please. Man, that's a big Cascade, but just not enough firepower, unfortunately. And now they're going to heal with Asteroid. Lime Boyer was on the brink of death. And everybody's dead. Alright, well, we did not win the last battle, but we did win the first 4. And we are currently top 1%. Defense has been very good this week with an A rating. I've got, as you can see, Bernadette at the tank. And then on the leaderboard, right now I'm ranked 959, which will definitely be okay for me to finish top 1%. It's about the top 5,000 that finish top 1%. And before I go, I do want to shout out Dudius Maximus one more time. Happy birthday. Make sure that you go to this forum link for the code giveaway bonanza. Drop a like on the forum post, share your favorite meal, and mention Ultra Combo in your reply as well. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.